Look, scaling your business doesn't mean you also have to scale your burnout. Your body and your nervous system are either working with you or they're sabotaging you, working against you, but you don't have to choose between the two. I think this is the lie that a lot of us successful women, high achievers buy into, that we have to choose between either staying in tune with our body and keeping our body intact or being successful. And this video, I'm going to show exactly how I integrate wellness into my life as an entrepreneur to help me be able to sustain the success and also enjoy it along the way without burning out my body. Here's the thing about working and overworking, and the reason why so many entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs specifically, overwork. We are part of this really masculine structure of work, right? We are in a masculine paradigm of work. And the thing is, it was created by men for men. Men run on a 24-hour hormonal cycle. So they can do the same thing today, wake up tomorrow, do the exact same thing because their hormones are the same each and every day. The fact is that we as women are not wired like men, believe it or not. And we run on a 28-day hormonal cycle. So our hormones are consistently shifting and evolving throughout the month. So our energy, our creativity, our productivity, all of these things are shifting throughout the month. And this is why so many women deal with burnout. And this is, we look at the studies, and this is an exponentially different number of women who deal with burnout versus men. And this is one of the reasons that women, we are wired to overwork. Part of this is because of the masculine paradigm, because of this masculine structure, the hustle culture, if you will. The other part of this is so much of what's ingrained in us. I did a 5-part series on my podcast. You can go check it out here and listen to, or you can watch them here on YouTube if you want to watch the videos, all about unraveling, untangling our worth from our productivity. In one of the episodes, I go really deep into the way we are wired as women, how we are born to be productive and helpful and to have to constantly be doing. And this is generationally, this is how we've been conditioned. And we bring this with us into the entrepreneurial world, and we do the same thing there, where we constantly feel like we have to produce and do and more and prove. And it's exhausting. So we have to start from the foundation and really understand why so many of us are wired to overwork. And from here, we can do something about it. And before we move on, you might be wondering, what does it look like to be moving from a dysregulated place? If you ever feel like you have to earn your rest, you can't rest until you get your to-do list done, you don't feel safe resting. Like even when you're resting or you slow down, you feel agitated or nervous, or you're waiting for like the next shoe to drop, or you're waiting for impending doom. These are all signs you're moving from a dysregulated place. If you make decisions out of fear or urgency or kind of rushing, if you're moving through your day with impatience or frustration, or even maybe underlying anger, resentment, all of these like emotions that you might be feeling every day, these are signs that you're moving from a dysregulated place. The other thing too is if you ever feel wired but tired, like your body feels like I just need to rest, but then when you sit down to rest, you can't stop, right? This is a really telltale sign of, well, it's typically a telltale sign of burnout, but this is a sign you're moving from a dysregulated place. Mood swings, feeling on edge, all of these are signs that you are dysregulated. Okay, so what's a girl to do? What is this wellness routine that's going to help us get into this dysregulated place, out of this dysregulation? What's a girl to do? First, I want to start with the physical body. You know, if you've listened to anything on my podcast, if you watch any of these videos, I am all about mineral balancing. I will always start there. So first and foremost, if you want to start your own wellness routine, it starts with mineral balancing. This means remineralizing your body. Hydration is great, and of course, we need hydration. But we also need to remineralize the body. That means putting back in the minerals that we've depleted on a daily basis, especially when we're operating from this stressful place. So these are things like putting really good quality unrefined sea salt into your water, maybe sprinkling that into your water a few times a day, cooking with unrefined sea salt, some really good quality unrefined sea salt. It looks like adding trace minerals or electrolytes to your water and really focusing on the remineralization versus just plain hydration. There is such a thing as too much hydration without mineralizing. And if you're just drinking tons and tons and tons of water a day, you're just peeing out. You're peeing, first of all, and what are you peeing out? You're peeing out minerals, nutrients, right? So we have to put those back into the body. And so from a physical lens, this is where we start. Something else you can tie into your morning. Now, I'm not big on setting like really strict, rigid morning routines because if you're like me, I'm either up super early and I have to run to the gym and then come back to help with kids, or I'm going to the gym and heading to my studio, or I'm going straight to the studio. My mornings can be a little like I don't have a lot of me time in the morning to like relax. Now, yes, my gym time is me time, but like time to like sit and be quiet and relax because I have to go do the thing and then get back. So I'm not big on strict morning routines. And the other thing is, I'm a manifesting generator in human design. If you know what that means, it means I really don't like being put into boxes. So strict, rigid structures don't really do great for me. But one thing I will say that is that in the morning, something quick that you can do, and something I like to do when I first wake up, is just do a little gratitude practice. That doesn't take, it takes 2-3 minutes, right? So doing a quick little gratitude practice in the morning, taking a few deep breaths, but like really getting yourself grounded instead of rushing out and like 0 to 60 in 2 seconds when you get out of bed. So at least taking a beat, right? Taking a little breather, setting yourself up for the day, and be thanking God for the day. Maybe you're setting intention to the universe, like whatever that looks like, but just taking a beat in the morning when you get up before your feet hit the ground and you're, going 1,000 miles a minute. Set your intention, maybe do a little gratitude practice. That really is a great way to get you grounded into your body, into the day, and really sets you up for success for the rest of the day. Something else I really like to be mindful about throughout the day is doing some little nervous system check-ins. If I feel myself getting frustrated, then I need to take a beat. Either close up shop, like let's step away, go do something else, change my environment. Maybe I go outside, maybe I go for a walk, changing my environment. But doing regular nervous system check-ins throughout the day is a really great wellness tool, because if we think about operating in a dysregulated place, like I was talking about before, if we're consistently doing that, we're going to meet a lot of resistance, physical, mental, emotional resistance. If I'm operating from a dysregulated place, I'm not going to be productive because I've got frustration or something brewing in me. I'm not going to be thinking clearly, making decisions clearly, because when your nervous system is in a dysregulated place, it's going to shut off that connection from the part of your brain that's responsible for rational decision making, and it turns on the part that does emotional decision making. And so now I'm operating from that part. So I'm not going to be making great decisions. My creative brain is going to shut off, because that's the other thing. It's kind of disconnecting you from your creative brain. And then two, eventually your physical body is going to feel it, right? Maybe it's headaches, maybe it's brain fog, maybe you start feeling gut stuff. For me, I dealt with gut stuff growing up. And so that's typically my first sign is got tummy stuff going on. So physical things are going to show up. So why keep going and pushing when I know that my physical body eventually is going to be like, hey, I'm telling you to stop. Like something needs to shift. So when you do a regular nervous system check-in throughout the day, just to check in, and if you feel emotions coming up where you feel impatient, you feel frustrated, you feel bored, you feel apathetic, you feel sad, right? These kind of heavy emotions, when you're feeling those coming up when you're, working in your business or working on your business, this is a good time to check in and be curious. Like, okay, where's this emotion coming from? Why am I feeling this? Let me change my environment, kind of change my state so I can reassess and then make a shift, make a pivot. Regular nervous system check-ins are the best way to stop it in its tracks so it doesn't become a perpetual thing that we're operating in this dysregulated state, affecting our physical, mental, and emotional body. Another wellness practice for you, thinking about how you're winding down your day. So I've already talked about beginning your day, but how you wind down your day. And I think if you're listening to this, you probably know about the importance of a sleep routine. Again, that word routine can be a little triggering for people, but there is value in setting up your evening in the right way. And this looks like, winding down from technology, making sure your environment that you're sleeping in is great. Adequate and quality sleep cannot be undervalued when you're a high performing woman. When you have a business that you're running or you're working your way up in your career, adequate, optimal sleep cannot be undervalued and underestimated. We really need that good quality sleep. So winding down from your tech, giving yourself, an hour or so before going to bed, like getting off your screen time, making the room dark, having the room the right temperature, taking your magnesium before you go to bed, wearing an eye mask, your grounding sheet. I love my grounding sheet. So getting a grounding sheet that helps with regulating your nervous system and keeping your body in a calm state. So implementing these practices, these evening practices, to set yourself up for success so that you're able to wind down your nervous system. We have that really healthy melatonin cortisol response. We want our cortisol to go down and our melatonin to go up at night. So in the morning, our melatonin can go down and our cortisol can go up so that we can wake up. So we want to get into the habit of keeping a really healthy circadian rhythm, getting that good quality optimal sleep. That's going to help keep your nervous system regulated. It's going to keep your hormones working optimally. It's going to keep things like inflammation and brain fog and any aches and pains. It's going to keep those things at bay so we can use this vessel that we have to build the business that we're trying to build. Here's the thing I want you to take away with. When you are optimizing your energy and your vitality, you're able to build your success sustainably. When you are leading from an aligned place, when you're leading from a regulated place, you can build success sustainably. And that's the goal. So if you're scaling your business or your career, but you feel stretched thin, let's come up with a customized, personalized game plan for you. The link is below for an energy reboot session. This is the best, easiest way to get started working with me that doesn't require any commitment because it's literally just one session and you decide if you want to get support after that or not. And this could be the thing that changes everything for you. I have had women have complete transformations just from this one session. You think you need more than one session to have big results, but that's actually not true. This is another belief I want to dismantle because it's not true. This energy reboot session can be the thing that changes everything because I can look at your body, your energy, come up with a customized plan for you, and you have a plan moving forward. So check the link below and then hop into a session.